Hello, today's video comes from my stream highlight show. High roller main event $1,000 in GG Poker, first placed 21,000 US dollars, and we're going to dive into it, reviewing how I played. I give my thoughts if I would play different at this point, and yeah, let's jump in. It starts with 33 players remaining, 13 bait. We will final label this bad boy. So we go all in. And knowing we get to final label, I guess we're going to keep, we'll be lucky over here against Queen Jack with 10-9-0. 8 out of 16, 13 bait. So this is like in the money bubble. So we open ace 5-5. I'll go with a check. That's interesting. I think my hand should be good enough to get it in. I would like to see like barreling. I guess my thought was like if he had an ace-x or something, he would go ahead and jam Bree for the most part. So just kind of wanted him to bluff, as I didn't see that much that I'm gonna get value from. So not that big of a fan of that. I think I should try to get 2 streets there still, even if I were to play like that, but I think just c-bet the flop. So over here we're getting in jacks against ace 10 on final label bubble. Looks like good so far for us against fellow countryman over here. So still on the bubble. I choose in the final label bubble. Choose to call here. I kind of like it. King Queen suited type of ace jack suited, king queen suited, king jack suited, ace 10 suited are the hands you kind of like to flat here. I don't mind a little small bet here. Try to bluff. There we go, taking it down. I don't mind giving up either, in general. But hey, on the flops, the way flops play, you often like it doesn't really matter as long as you hit your frequencies. So we go ahead and put pressure. Big blind is pretty much the same stack. We are 3 out of 10 over here. I do think a small bet makes a lot of sense over here. Could arguably size up, like typically solver don't mind sizing up ace king x type of boards, but he should be calling quite like ungapped, so to speak. I don't think he's gonna have ace king and like aces and kings in his range though. I go for a check. So with ICM, typically top pair with this type of kicker is not 3 street hand to go for value. But on the river, I do believe I should be most likely value betting. Probably half pot-ish, a little bit more. Yeah, I will click 66% here. I just like to click buttons, so to speak. Oh, I do size it half pot. That's fine. Try to get calls by King X over here. Damn. Yeah, I think I need to let this one go. I don't really beat any of his value, and he had a chance to bluff on the river himself. So I don't mind letting it go. And we are on the final label with ace king. We're opening it up. Facing a small 3-bet. I don't think there will be much of a calling range here in general. So some of these very like spots do have it, but like you can just play bush and fold whenever you face a 3-bet with those stacks in final label. Top right, you guys can see the payouts, 21k for first. With ace king suited, obviously it's super simple to put it in the middle, but you should also put it in the middle with worse ones. Ace queen, ace jack suited, ace queen O possibly. It all comes down to also like, do you expect your opponent to find bluffs in those spots? So we do have very small stack on the big blind over here with 4 big blinds. Decent has 9 big blinds, so it plays very shallow at this final table. Probably did not hit 100 players, because otherwise we would be seeing a final table with like 40 big blinds plus whenever it's 9 max, because in GG there is a rollback, and in that case the strategies are a little bit different, because, well, everybody would have more chips. So everybody is folded. It's folded to the cutoff. So you help people should be kind of wide over here. I do think like whenever somebody is opening wide range of hands, like button versus big blind, these pocket pairs do tend to up to a jamming strategy in general. If, let's say, somebody very tight would open like EP with pocket fours, you rather like to call a little bit more often, as you don't have that much fold equity, so to speak. And the range they would call you're drawing, like, your equity is not really that great. As against button, they will be calling a little bit looser range, so your equity will be better when you get called. So over here with jacks, I do want to put some pressure. I don't think jamming makes any sense. I just want to play raise first in over here. On the flop, I think I could go for a check raise or bet directly. Sizing half pot dish does make sense, basically, because there's not a board where I want to c-bet 100%, or like it's very unlikely. So over here, ace 4 suited, interesting call pre-flop. I kind of like it from him. On the flop, he could, like, I don't think it matters too much. Maybe leaning more towards a call over there. But hey, we did hold, and we are chip leading it now, huh? Very nice spot for us with 3 big blinds, 8 big blind stacks on the table. You just get to pressure a lot of people with your big stack. BBC Preflop Sharks and Trainer, the most effective way to train and improve your poker skills. Get yours now. So over here, looks like we are about to lose a short stack. Ace 3 against ace 10. So we are down to 7 with queen 7 suited. Going all in, just max pressure. You LP 7.4 big blinds does make a lot of sense. Like, you just want to open very wide range of hands over here, and the way you can do it is wow, what a nice flop, huh? The way you can do it is, or like, you need to introduce a jamming range into your strategy, because you just can't be open and calling off as wide. And if you start doing open and calling off too wide, or like fold too much, what's going to happen is your opponents can re-steal against you. So that's not really a strategy you're looking to implement in general. Just use a jamming range. You cannot jam if people are going too wide. Queen 4, over here, max pressuring. I don't mind opening to non-all-in over here as well. I don't think it matters too much, because there is a 7.7 big blind stack, Juha Helppi, so I don't think it matters too much. Should be sometimes probably still raising to non-all-in. This one seems close. Juha Helppi is the shorter stack. He's pushing into another short stack. Whenever somebody's pushing into another short stack, they can still be a little bit wider, so to speak. And yes, ace queen, we make a call ace 10. We got lucky. Seems like a theme on this final table, huh? Well, in final tables, whenever you play those, you are supposed to be getting lucky here or there, and you will be very lucky to even make a final table in general, let's be honest. You need to win some all-ins. So ace 10 over there, yeah, like, if your help is jamming all the ace-x, which he probably is, you're fine to call with ace 10, you're big stack. And yeah, king 8-0, nice open there, go for the steal. You're pretty big chip leader over here, almost like after chips, like 45-ish%. So pocket 10, super easy, put it in the middle, hope for the best, get lucky. You know the drill, Against ace jack, easy flip win, or not, or maybe get lucky. Little den ball on the river, maybe? Nah, Nah. You see, you're not always lucky. Sometimes win, sometimes lose, as they say. Their standard hand over there. Now ace 10 O. No really like super short stack, like 14 and 20 big blind still short. Ooh, 14 big blind. This comes down to how I at the time. So these spots come down to how do you range people, right? Because you're probably needing about 50% equity in this type of spots with risk premiums and everything, and like you need them to jam worse hands. Typically the jamming ranges are hard to predict, I would say, because some people will jam like ace jack, king queen, ace ace queen. Some would even jam ace king, and in that case it's hard to call, especially if they're going to miss some offsuit hands and suited hands. So I'm not that big of like certain about the call. It often comes down to how I would think their jamming range would look like, and that is more like a flow thing and like in game, because you play, you see what people doing, you get some type of idea. I wouldn't be like shocked to see if I just folded ace 10 over there at all, because I do think against some people the ace 10 is probably not a great call. Because even if he has pocket deuces, let's say it's just small pairs, deuces to fives, right? Ace 10 O is going to be like less than 50% equity, right? The bears will be ahead, but we need 50, so that's the way you want to kind of think about it. Ooh, over here, rejamming queen jack suited. I don't mind it. Big blind wakes up with aces, huh? That's unfortunate. Can we get lucky? Lady! Dev. But yeah, you need to get lucky to get these spots. So everybody's kind of equal, even though it looks like, hey, you're a big stack with 45 and there's 37 and 28. This type of spots is not that much. It's not going to play that much different if it was 45, 40, 40 or like 45, 45, 45. It would be slightly different. But it's still something like, it's not that much different. So over here, King 7-0, mixing in 3-bet. Don't really mind it. You're supposed to be doing it. I'm going with a small size. Oh, that's fine. Probably looking to dribble off some turns and rivers. Like 6, 8, 3, possibly some spades to just go for a triple barrel here. I will have. Ooh. This is kind of dumb spot because I don't really have many flushes. I'm not a big fan of a jam, I guess. Yeah, I'm not a like. The problem with jam is imposition players has a way more flushes. The only thing is we don't really have many flushes, and another thing is, yeah, I think we need to kind of bet small. Only thing like why it might be fine is if he has a flush, it doesn't really matter. I need to pay him off anyways, and like it's not like that many big blinds, right? So I'm not 100% sure about it. I'm not a big fan of running it, but whenever I use that size, I think it's going to be okay. So over here, calling with ace king. Unlucky. What can you do, huh? Well, anyways, thanks for watching. Check out one of these videos and I'll see you there.